sensing a peaceful yet sorrowful energy. You guys may feel calm at this time, yet feel a hint of sadness at the moment over a situation, but I also heard over a person. So let's see what comes out for you today. Divine, what is happening for the collective? What is happening for the collective? What is happening for the collective? I'm hearing that you guys may have been turned off, may have rejected a certain person or situation because you knew that that is not what you wanted, but also knew that wasn't what aligned with you. What you knew it wasn't true to you. Divine, what do we have for this collective today? Death. Let's see what else comes out. If you're new to tarot, death is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean literal death, but it does mean that a part of you is shedding off. You are shedding the old version of you and beginning as someone anew. This is a beginning, because every ending has a beginning. Let me get that. Judgment in the reverse. Okay. Anything else? I just saw that there is magic in them. Use your discernment. I know that there's magic within you, but there's something that holds magic within your life that is external. That could be a certain connection, could be a certain situation. Three of Pentacles in reverse. There's magic in your life. I think this is something that Divine wants to remind you. There is magic in your life. There is magic in your life. There is magic in them. There is magic in you. Okay, Four of Wands in the reverse. We've got a lot of reversal energy going on at the moment here for you. And we've got Strength. Beautiful. Strength was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so first I'm gonna go with the first card we got, and this is Death. So there is a reckoning that happened. There was something that shook up something within you. This could have been a belief, this could have been a mindset, this could have been a connection, this could have been a thing, like a path, whatever it may be. And you're really letting go. You're really cutting the cord. You're really releasing this from your being, from your surroundings, from just your space. And so this is a renewal energy. You really are, as I said, shedding your old self and really becoming someone new. You're really in this new version of yourself. So you have been rebirthed. You have been birthed again. You have been. So like there's gonna be a new glow to you is what I'm hearing due to this. There is gonna be a new newfound sense of like energy and purpose in this. And this is something that is what I'm seeing too, is The Point of No Return, that movie with Bridget Fonda. That's what I'm seeing. It is, you have come to the point of no return, nor will you want to return, is what I'm hearing too. Like, this is an irreversible change, and it has enlightened you in some way, it has renewed you in some way. And so yeah, that's what's happening at this moment. And so like, this imagery is perfect too. It's like your kingdom, what once looked so luxurious to you, has now crumbled, has fallen, and you're walking through this and you're leaving this behind. And so you really are going through a transformation at this time. You're really learning how to move in the new you, really walk that walk, talk the talk, and think that way as well. It's not destruction, but it's deconstruction. Like, you're really deconstructing all these different narratives, beliefs, and you're really moving into a new chapter of your life with that behind you, and learning what you value, what you do want to take with you, what you do want to live by, what you want to live from, whatever it may be. And the light is coming. Like, that sadness that I'm feeling, I feel like that is happening because, and that peacefulness is because you're at peace with something. You're at peace with what is happening, what was happening, and you're really a little bit sad to let these things go. You didn't want to, but you needed to, and you feel a sense of relief, you feel a sense of peace, and happiness is on the way. Like, you are gonna feel happy. You've made this decision. You are gonna let the light back in, and the light will come back in. And so yeah, this is really just marking the end of a cycle. This could have been an end of like habits, relationships, or an identity that no longer resonates with you, that no longer suits you, and like, you're just outgrowing from all of this stuff. It no longer is serving you, so you're releasing it. Release what no longer serves you, you know that saying? And so, and it hasn't been easy for you at all, but this is giving you newfound strength, this is giving you newfound perspective, and you knew that this was necessary. So yeah, this card is really telling you grieve. Like, you're really allowing yourself to, I can feel it. So you really are grieving this life, this person, this situation, whatever it may be, because you thought that's what was going to go along with you. You were going to go up this path, up this road, taking that with you, and thought that was what you were going to carry with you and was going to be long lasting. But now you know that that was something that was needed then and not needed now, and it showed you something. So really be grateful and really see this as a blessing, and that this, all of these cutting of the cords is really just making and creating space for you to really just allow things that really resonate with you, that are more beautiful, more meaningful, and more true to you, to take its place. And it is going to be something that is more alive and feels more deeper than surface level. What you've been through was just surface level. Beneath the surface, there was hidden agendas. There was feelings of resentment, is what I'm hearing. Like, there was things building, and that tension just bubbled over the surface to where you were able to see what was truth and what was actually there. Because what I'm hearing is you're a person who truly hopes for the best, truly sees the best, and truly allows your love to be like, no, they love me, so they actually care for me, and they care about how they make me feel. But in reality, they didn't care if they hurt you, they didn't care if they made you cry, they didn't care. And you realize this, that no matter how much love that they held for you, it wasn't enough for them to change, to really just support you truly. You know, they didn't want to see you rise from the darkness. Instead, misery loved company, and they wanted to see you fall with them. And so yeah, like letting go is allowing you to grow at this time. So really trust in that and trust in your abilities, and really hold that grace for yourself, you know, really be kind to yourself at this time, and just really give yourself time and space to really heal from this, because at the end of the day you will heal from this. So this is like a really beautiful thing. Alright, now we have justice. Oh, this is not justice, my bad. This is, oh sorry, my computer is glitching. I'm playing frequencies right now. I just spilled my water all over these cords. Give me a second, I'm so this is a brief interruption. Okay, hopefully that is enough. Okay. Okay, so Judgment in the reverse. So at this time, what I'm feeling and what I'm getting from this is that, excuse me, that with this death, with this release, with this revelation, this reckoning that you've had, there was a brief resistance, there was a sadness. You did not want to let this go, and you kind of ignored it in the beginning. You ignored your inner intuition, like calling out to you, saying, this isn't true to you, this isn't serving you, you need to let this go. And so you could have been clinging onto this, you could have been clinging to these outdated narratives, you could have been also just really resisting being true to yourself, and really saying, what part did I play in this as well? And you really could have shied away from taking that accountability for a little while. But I know that you got, like, through this death, through this reckoning, you really came to the truth about yourself. You're not shying away from it, you're not shying away from your darkness, and you're learning from this. You're learning from these decisions that you made that didn't serve you. You realized that the outcomes that they had, and you just really took accountability at the end of the day, even if it took you a little bit to push you to get there. Like, you pushed yourself, and you're really bettering yourself, and you are becoming a better person for that. And so yeah, you could have really gotten just, and what I'm hearing is you dug yourself a little hole, and you just went into it with that self-doubt coming out. You know, you really were doubting yourself. Can I do this? Can I let go of this? And continue to let go of it and not go back. You know, you were doubting yourself and your worth and your confidence and your abilities and your wisdom and your compassion, just everything. You're doubting it, and you really did keep yourself in that little hole that you made, really making yourself feel small and be small. And because of that, you were operating from that place of feeling small, and you are still learning how to, like, get out of that. You're learning how to really move into a version of yourself that doesn't play it small, that doesn't doubt your worth, that knows your worth, that knows your value, knows how beautiful you are, man or woman, you know, handsome, like majestical is what I like to say instead of handsome, like how majestical you are, how much magic you have in you. And so yeah, you were resisting that change. You were just out of fear of not knowing if you were making the right choice. But this is confirmation. These are confirmation that you are making the right choice of stepping away from whatever this was. So you were fearful, you were. And so, and because of that fear, because of that doubt, because of that worry and that anxiety, you couldn't really see how trusting the process was going to help you grow and flourish and bloom. And instead, you really couldn't see how this progress was gonna make you flourish and bloom. And so this is really asking you to stop judging yourself too harshly. Stop being your harshest critic. At the end of the day, you need to give yourself as much grace as you have given others. How much you gave them grace. Oh, they just need a little bit of time. Oh, you were excusing things, and now you realize this, and now you really need to give yourself that grace. Really be kind to yourself. Really put that belief and trust into yourself. And so really just, I know you're choosing this path. You're becoming someone new. So really just step into your truth. Don't avoid it, and really become it and embody your truth. Really speak it, walk it, talk it, think it. Really do that, because at the end of the day, this is what's serving you. And so really listen to the calls that you hear. You could still find yourself fighting some things, but really listen to what your inner intuition, what your inner voice is calling to you, your higher power is calling to you, or your most high self is calling to you for. Listen to that, and just keep your eyes open, ears open as well. Really be open and ready to receive and ready to just follow these calls and devote yourself to yourself. Put in this work, put in this effort, because if you don't, you're just really delaying what is right for your soul. You're really just sleeping in and sleeping on, really bettering your soul. So just remember that. Just listen to your calls. Don't ignore them, because that's what's serving you at the end of the day. And then we got the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So usually 3 of Pentacles means you're creating with others. There's a sense of community, a sense of union that helps you create with others. But since there is death, there is this thing that you're letting go of, person, place, thing, situation, whatever it may be. This is the opposite of that. This is really saying that you're really deconstructing whatever you were collaborating on and with, whatever you were creating, this life with someone, just this path, this whatever it may be. And so what could have caused this was egos clashing, people not agreeing on things, and people leading with ego, maybe including yourself. You're really learning how to take accountability for the part that you've played, because at the end of the day, it takes 2 to tango. And so there were some efforts that were misaligned. You could have been building with others, and there wasn't an equal give and take. There wasn't an equal pouring of work into it, and what you guys were working towards what you were working towards was not aligned. At the end of the day, you guys were going and achieving and wanting different things, And so someone wasn't pulling their weight, someone wasn't putting as much energy. You could have been pouring in 110 and they're pouring in 30, whatever it may be. It was uneven, it was unbalanced, and it was out of scale. And so yeah, you were really doubting yourself and your own abilities because of this. You were like double checking yourself in the mirror. What I'm hearing is that one Cardi B song, Be Careful, and it's like I can't remember what it said, like word for word, like specifically, but I remember she was done so wrong by her lover that she was looking in the mirror, looking at herself and being like, what's wrong with me? What happened to where I wasn't enough? And he had to go look for something else, basically. And so you could have felt the same way. You weren't being taken seriously for what you were putting in, what you were pinching to bring, what you were pinching to bring. So you were grabbing everything big and little to bring to the table. You were putting as much as you could bring to the table, and someone wasn't cherishing that, someone wasn't acknowledging that, someone wasn't being grateful and appreciative and truly seeing and taking note of that. Because what I always love to say is that everyone's value is the same, no matter, everyone's value is the same, because everyone always has something that they can bring to the table at the end of the day. And so what I'm hearing is that someone felt like they were superior to you, and that's why they were lacking in giving this effort in, because they felt like they were better than you and that you were beneath them. But at the end of the day, you knew that you were on the same level, but if anything, y'all were on the same page. And so you realize this, like I have the same value as you. I am just as valuable and worthy as you, and you're not seeing that. And if anything, you're downplaying it, and you're really leaning into that degradation towards me, is what I'm like really getting at this time. Wow, you guys have really been through it. Props to you. You guys are coming out stronger and more powerful than ever, you know? And I feel like you guys really are still soft at the heart. You guys are really open to new experiences, new possibilities, new people. You're not letting these experiences deafen and really darken whatever you're going into. You're going into everything at a neutral standpoint, not judging anyone or anything until you have something to go off of and really see, oh, this is worth my time, or oh, this isn't. Like, you're really being discerning at this time of red flags is what I'm hearing. Like, you bring something to the table, babes. Like, you're really powerful and special and magical. Like, you are that magician. You are able to create like beautiful stuff out of thin air. Almost cursed. So like, yeah, you really are able to bring stuff to the table, and you know that everyone's worth is the same. You know everyone's equal. You know everyone's valuable. You know, and if not, now you know everyone has something to bring to the table, and you sure as heck did bring something to the table while they lacked, because they thought they didn't need to put any effort in, because the little effort they put in like would have been enough, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, so this is really asking you to know that you're not being valued, but you already know this. Like, you felt this, you were frustrated with it. I'm feeling that frustration, girl. You know, I say girl, I don't mean like as in girl, I just mean like bro, you know what I mean? So yeah, you knew you were undervalued by people, and in turn this really made you feel like you were less valuable yourself. You really internalized these things from these people, from these circumstances, and you thought, oh, I am less than, oh, I am less valuable, oh, I am less worthy, because why are they seeing it? Why are they pointing it out? Why are they acting like it, you know? And it's here to tell you, you're not. Like, you're so valuable in your own way. Like, you're so majestical, you're so beautifully handsome, you know? Yeah. Like, you guys are so beautiful. This is crazy. Like, this person really didn't see your worth and your value and your beauty, and they just didn't care how they treated you because of that. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, and you're just really learning how to build your confidence and worthiness from the ground up from yourself. It's learning how to get that validation from yourself and not from any external sources. I feel like the divine really wanted me to say that, like, find that validation, that worthiness, that value, that beauty from within yourself. Don't go looking for it in external sources. But yeah, you guys are really strong. Whatever you've been through is like crazy. Like, I really sympathize with you. I'm not pitying you because you know that you don't need that. And yeah, you guys are really, really beautiful people, you know, inside, really inside, you know, and out, you know, because that reflects out. Like, you can tell when someone's ugly on the inside. There's always something off about their exterior. But there's always that saying, don't judge a book by its cover, because some people may not look like the sharpest tool in the shed, but they could bring a whole lot more to the table intellectually, you know? Okay, so then we have the Four of Wands in reversed. And so there was instability. There was this outside source that was really making you feel underappreciated. And when you guys were supposed to be celebrating and enjoying and basking in this, instead you felt underappreciated. You felt ignored. And you really felt left out. You felt like on the outside, even though you were in it, you know? Like, you really did feel alone in this connection, yeah. And you felt just very distant from whatever this was. Like, this could also be like a connection to a situation, whatever it may be. It doesn't necessarily mean a person. But you could have felt outside in a career-wise, like in your field. Could have felt like, yes, you were a part of it, but you felt ostracized, felt left out, and you felt like you were just looking in. You know what I mean? Like, you felt like you weren't in on the jokes or something like that. You know, you weren't in on certain things that were just known to other people or other situations, whatever it may be. And you did really feel uncomfortable. You didn't feel at ease. You didn't feel like you belonged. You didn't feel like at home. You didn't feel belonged. You didn't feel any sense of belonging in a relationship, in an environment, in a community. You know, this could be a job, a person, a place, whatever it may be. And that's why maybe you're leaving a place, is what I'm getting. You could be moving out as well. So yeah, you could be leaving town and going somewhere else because that place did not suit you, did not feel home, it did not feel like you belonged, it didn't feel right or true to you. And so yeah, you were downplaying your wins. You were feeling non-valuable because whatever this was made you feel insufficient, made you feel like you weren't enough. And you did this because like, you did feel fearful. You did downplay your wins because you knew that it wasn't gonna last long. This thing, person, place, thing was gonna move on and on to the next thing. And so you could have found yourself really sabotaging yourself at some points, like through your mind, through the physical, whatever it may be, whatever you did, show, say, think, whatever. And this is really telling you to celebrate yourself. Really celebrate yourself. You're really just so safe. Yeah, you're so safe. You're being truly protected by the divine because they see what you were up against. They saw what you were fighting through and still continuing to fight through. Like, you're overcoming your battles and growing into your highest self, step by step, along the way. And it's saying you really need to enjoy the progress you made, because no matter how much progress still brought progress, no matter how small, no matter how big. So really give yourself those wins. Really stop, smell the roses, and really celebrate yourself, your life, and know that everything's working out for you. Everything's going your way. And even if it doesn't last forever, a win is still a win. At the end of the day, you did that through blood, sweat, and tears and hard work, so really celebrate things, even if it's just temporary, but I don't like to think of anything as temporary, because it still lives in the mind, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, really celebrate. And this card, the strength card, is really saying you have gone through the thick of it. You are stronger than ever, because it is that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you're really learning how to just you're just really learning how to know that it's not about force. Like, you can't force anything, and true power is something that just happens willingly, naturally, with no brute strength. And you're learning how to be graceful, how to be grounded within yourself and within your higher powers and what you believe in. And you're learning how to really be so in tune and so connected with your compassion that you're able to just operate off of that naturally in your sleep. It's second nature for you to be compassionate, because you know what it's feel like to be on the other end, receiving like the opposite of compassion, so you're really learning how to stay soft. And this is so beautiful. Like, you're learning how to still be gentle and open no matter what you've been through, because there's so many different possibilities within different circumstances and different situations that you end up in. Not everything's gonna turn out the same, and you're really learning how to hope for the best instead of the worst. I feel like a trauma response is always thinking the worst is gonna happen, because that's what just happened for you, and you just wouldn't even allow yourself to get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up is what I would always hear as a child. And you could have heard that too. I said that for a reason. But now it's like, get your hopes up. Like, get your hopes so up in the sky that something good is gonna happen and come out of it. Because no matter what happens, it's serving you and it's happening for you. So you're really, learning all of this. And I'm sorry, guys. But you're really learning how to be feeling serene, like this serene landscape that's in the background. There's a lot of serene landscapes in all the backgrounds, actually, but you're really learning how to take in that peace, how to appreciate that beauty that's around and in you, that peace around and in you, that beauty around and in you, everything. I don't know why, but Spirit, the Divine, is really wanting me to say there is so much beauty in you. You're so beautiful. I always feel called to say that. Like I've said that a lot in this reading. Like, you are beautiful. Remember that. And and like, it's just about taming this inner lion that we all have. At the end of the day, there's always I feel like this can just represent like the anger, the frustration of wanting to fight back and wanting to protect yourself, and also that worry, that doubt, that fear, all of those darkness, like that inner darkness, that inner shadow aspect within you. And you and this is really telling you to gently tame that, to really nurture it, give it love, give it attention, let it feel seen, and let it be heard. Because you staying calm within the storm, you staying calm within yourself, and just really honing that as your presence and just really embodying that. Like there's no need to restrict it and just let it roam around free with no chains, with no strength. It's just allowing it to be and knowing and just holding that trust within yourself, and really just knowing that you have really mastered that to a point to where you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to fear it, and instead you can lean into it, literally. So yeah, you're really able, finding that you're really able to nurture this part of you that you just never knew you could before. And so you guys are really resilient at this time, and I feel like you guys emotionally are just diving into that emotional ocean that we all have. And so you're really learning how to be emotionally mature at this time. You're really not afraid to go exploring in it. You're really learning when to really go into it and just nurture it and love it, and when to just jump out of it and know, okay, my time is done. It's time to focus on something else now, because now I've released this with, because like releasing within itself is giving it that attention, is giving it that stage, and just healing that is you letting it go in of itself, you know. And so yeah, you're learning through not getting that applause. You're learning through not getting that attention, that appreciation, that celebration. You know that you don't need that in order to prove yourself. You know that this bravery that you hold, that is low-key like quiet. You're not shouting for attention, you're not asking for it. And the most beautiful things don't ask for attention. They aren't loud for it, and instead are, and they're just so radiant that no one can resist their glow, and they just are attracted to it, and so they look at it and give it its attention without even them asking for it. So you're really learning how to not need to like get applause from anyone else, celebration from yourself. You know who you are. You know this. And so you're learning how to really just embody and delve into and just nurture and cultivate and harness your confidence and your worth and your value, because you're stronger than your fear. Your fear is not keeping you down, honey. That's what I know, because you're definitely going places, literally and metaphorically. Like, you're going places, and you've come such a long way. And I hear the divine, and I see the divine saying, you need to know this. You've come way further than you've ever thought, you know? Like, you're going places. I keep saying that, like, you are. Who am I needing to convince? Who am I needing to convince? Yeah, you're really going somewhere. And you're so beautiful. You're so you. And yeah, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, you guys are really changing. And for the better, for real. Like, yeah, you guys are fearful, but you're moving through that fear. You're moving through that anxiousness. And you could have been telling it, like, shut up, like, you're not helping, you know? But give it that attention, you know, and it will die down, you know? But don't give it all of your attention. Know when to stop, obviously. Don't make love to it. Don't love being in that sense of depression is what I'm hearing. You know, when I was like really in the thick of it, in the trenches, which was for years on and off, I would love sitting there and just crying and thinking about everything and making myself feel worse, you know? And it's good for a period of time, but not for days, or not for a day on end, you know? Maybe give yourself a day is what I'm hearing, actually. Like, there was some stuff building, and so you need to give yourself a day to really just sit with it for that entire day. And then every day, like, when things come up, give it that attention. Say, hey, you're valid and I hear you, but you cannot stay here. It's like letting that noise move past you like traffic, you know? It's there and then it's not. And so yeah, you've come further than you think, and you're still going further. You're still pushing through, and you're really strong at this time. Like, don't underestimate your strength at the end of the day. And what I think is so funny is I pulled 5 cards. I don't know why it took me forever to count that. I said 5, no 4, no 5, no 4, no 5. But the beginning and ending cards are the only ones upright. The ones smooshed in the middle are literally all in reverse. Like, that is low-key crazy. Like, I love that. See, there's balance. Everything is balancing out for you at this time. Yeah. Like, everything. Yeah. And there is an ending in order for a beginning to happen. You know, you're really transforming. You're really stepping into that strength at this time, and you're figuring that out, you know. And I love the softness is true strength, because you're not letting any of this affect your views or affect how you go into things in the future from here on out. Like, you're going into the flesh, a fresh slate, not expecting anything, not worrying about anything except hoping, you know. And you've been around long enough. You have the experience to be able to discern when things aren't for you and when they are aligned with you and when they aren't, and when some things just don't vibe with you or aren't on the same frequency, you know. You know when people and things are on the same page with you and when they aren't. Certain positions I'm hearing as well. Like, yeah. And like, this is infinite. Your strength is infinite, and your softness is only like becoming more cultivated and harnessed as we speak. Like, and that is infinite in itself. Like, infinite possibilities is what I'm hearing too. Like, you're not restraining yourself. You're ready to just take the bull by the horns. You're ready to take whatever life throws your way. Like, you're really diving into those infinite possibilities. You're not dimming your light for yourself or for others. You're not dimming your vision that you have for yourself, and instead you're really just passionately, like, just creating all these different visions for yourself. You're really using that excitement, that creativity to build something for yourself. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I could talk all day. Thank you for coming. If anything resonated, please hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. And yeah, stay safe.